We've just finished sifting through, well, a mountain of sources, research, forecasts, startup data, all pointing towards one thing.
Yeah, it's been quite the synthesis.
Our mission, to pull out the 15, let's say, most explosive business ideas that look set to really scale, become properly profitable by 2026.
And these aren't just guesses plucked out of thin air, are they?
Not at all.
Yeah.
This is about digging into the deep structural shifts, the things really changing how we live, how we work. If you're after a shortcut to figuring out the next big thing, well, this deep dive is basically your blueprint.
Absolutely. And looking across all 15 ideas, something really jumps out.
What's that?
They all trace back to just 4 really powerful macro trends. These are the big waves reshaping everything right now.
Okay, lay them out for us.
First, no surprise, artificial intelligence, its integration, its application.
Yep.
It's everywhere, almost every business function.
Right, AI is the big one.
Second, you've got the immense pressure of climate change. It's driving huge investment into sustainable ways of doing things, sustainable consumption.
Undeniable.
Okay, third. Third is the ongoing march of digital transformation. It's pushing us into more specialized, more immersive digital spaces like, the metaverse.
Interesting. And the last one?
And finally, these profound lifestyle shifts. People are demanding hyper-personalization, they want flexibility, and crucially, a healthier relationship with all this tech surrounding us.
Okay, that's a really clear framework. AI, climate change, digital transformation, and those lifestyle shifts.
Exactly.
So we're not just going to list the ideas, we're diving deeper, right? Looking at how they actually work, how they make money, what gives them an edge.
Precisely. We want you to see exactly where the opportunities lie for, long-term relevance.
Okay, let's get into it. Starting with the biggest force, the one you mentioned first, AI.
Right. So the first wave of AI, that was all R&D, building the tools. But this next phase, the one creating these business opportunities we're seeing, it's all about implementation.
Putting it to work.
Exactly. And the interesting thing is, AI isn't really replacing humans wholesale. Instead, it's creating this massive need for people who can act as a bridge.
A bridge. Explain that.
A bridge between these complex, powerful AI tools and the everyday practical needs of small and medium-sized businesses, people who understand both the tech and the business problem.
Okay, that idea of the human bridge leads us perfectly into the first idea on our list. And I think this one has huge potential because the value is just so immediate, so clear. It's the AI personal assistant agency.
Yes. The core service here is basically efficiency consulting, but supercharged with AI tools. Think about all those high-value solo entrepreneurs out there.
Like who? Real estate agents?
Consultants.
Exactly. Real estate agents, specialized consultants, online coaches, maybe even independent doctors. They often spend, half their day on admin? Tedious stuff, repetitive tasks. Right, stuff that takes them away from actually talking to clients or doing the core work.
Precisely. Their time is much better spent on those high-touch interactions. So your agency comes in, and you're not coding custom AI from scratch. That's not the point.
Oh, so what are you doing?
You're integrating existing powerful AI tools into their current systems, their CRM, their communication platforms, like setting up an AI chatbot.
Okay.
One that's trained on the business's own knowledge base. It could handle, say, 90% of routine customer service questions.
Wow, 90%.
Or qualify incoming leads based on criteria you set, and then automatically schedule follow-up calls right into the human agent's calendar. And the best part, it runs 24/7.
That's the game changer.
Right.
It's not just a person working 9 to 5.
Exactly. That's the critical difference between this kind of agency and just hiring a generic virtual assistant, a VA. A VA gives you labor, hours.
Right.
The AI agency provides a permanent, scalable system. We're talking about setting up tools, maybe specialized language models, connecting them through platforms like Zapier to handle things like organizing a whole social media content calendar automatically, or drafting personalized email responses based on past emails, or even pulling together preliminary sales reports.
Okay, but let's talk brass tacks. Pricing. Small businesses often use platforms like Fiverr or Upwork for quick, cheap tasks. How does this agency model compete? Where's the real profit margin?
Good question. The margin isn't really in hourly work. It's in the retainer model.
A retainer.
Yeah. Covering ongoing maintenance, system optimization, keeping things running smoothly, plus a significant setup fee up front. Because you're not charging for your time worked. You're charging for the client's time saved.
Ah, okay. Value-based pricing.
Exactly. A successful agency moves away from hourly billing. You charge a solid monthly subscription, maybe $1,500, maybe up to $5,000 or more, because the systems you install immediately give the client back, say, 10, maybe 20 hours a week.
It's a clear ROI.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You demonstrate that guaranteed return on investment. And the way to compete is often to specialize. Become the AI for real estate agents expert or AI for dental practices. Niche down.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Shifting gears slightly. Still in AI, but moving from internal ops to external marketing. The demand for content seems infinite, right? Which brings us to idea number 4. The AI-driven content creation studio.
Yeah, this solves a fundamental problem. Everyone needs content, all the time, but very few people or businesses have the bandwidth to produce it consistently at volume.
So the studio steps in using AI.
Exactly. Leveraging advanced generative AI tools like ChatGPT for text, Midjourney, or Stable Diffusion for images, Runway for video, you can achieve massive volume.
Like what kind of volume are we talking?
Think about scripts for YouTube videos, dozens of variations for localized marketing ads, high-volume blog posts for SEO, dynamic product images for e-commerce. The tech lets you crank out, say, 100 versions of an ad campaign in the time it used to take to make just one.
But hang on, isn't there a risk? We hear this a lot. AI content can feel, well, robotic, flat, lacks soul. If the AI is doing all the heavy lifting, why pay a studio?
Ah, that's the key. The studio's real value isn't just hitting the generate button, it's the governance. It's the prompt engineering. That's the high-value skill.
Okay, prompt engineering. Tell me more.
You have highly skilled people, operators, who know precisely how to instruct the AI, how to get it to stick rigidly to a specific brand's voice, how to weave in sophisticated storytelling, and crucially, how to curate the output. To edit it, refine it, make sure it actually connects, evokes genuine emotion.
So the AI provides the raw material, the scale.
Right, the words, the images. But the human studio provides the creativity, the strategy, the emotional intelligence, the quality control.
Got it. And that makes it incredibly scalable, I imagine.
Totally. You can offer defined content packages, like a silver tier gets you 15 fully edited blog posts a month. A gold tier includes weekly video scripts plus the visuals.
Right.
And this can all be run by a pretty lean team, focused on that quality control and prompt optimization layer. It essentially democratizes professional-level content creation, makes it accessible even for medium-sized businesses that don't have huge in-house creative teams.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take that AI personalization idea into another huge area.
Yeah.
Education. Idea number 6 is the AI tutor for students.
Yes, education is undergoing a fundamental shift, isn't it? Especially with remote learning and supplemental tutoring becoming so much more common. The old textbook, one-size-fits-all approach is just not cutting it anymore. It fails too many students.
So the AI tutor platform, it's a different way of teaching.
Completely different. We're talking about platforms that deliver personalized lessons, tailored to the individual student's current skill level, their learning style, their pace. It's dynamic. It adapts.
How does that work technically? What's the AI actually doing?
Well, the key is constant tracking and adaptation. The AI monitors how the student interacts with the material. It sees where they're getting psych, and then immediately it can serve up extra practice on that specific concept, or maybe adjust the teaching approach altogether. If visual explanations aren't working, maybe it tries auditory examples or a different type of problem.
And it does this automatically,
Yeah.
without a human teacher needing to step in every time.
Exactly. That's the power. It's customized education delivered at scale. It offers a level of individualized attention that, frankly, most students just can't get, even in a small physical classroom.
Okay, how does this make money? What are the business models?
Well, there are several strong paths. Obviously, you have direct-to-consumer subscriptions, parents paying for extra help with math or specific exam prep like the SATs or A-levels.
Right, the B2C market.
But the real leverage, I think, comes from institutional partnerships. Think about school districts. They're actively looking for supplemental tutoring solutions that work 240/7 that can support students after school hours over the summer.
Ah, so selling to schools or districts.
Exactly. Landing those kinds of contracts means huge, predictable, recurring revenue for the platform developer.
Yeah.
And if you specialize in really high-stakes areas, AP Calculus, say, or specialized language learning, it becomes incredibly profitable.
Makes sense. Okay, final one in this AI cluster. Idea number 10 addresses something that causes a lot of stress for people.
Yeah.
Finding a job, changing careers, the AI-powered resume, and career builder.
Yeah, job hunting can be such a grind, can't it? Sending out dozens, hundreds of applications often feels like shouting into the void.
Totally. So how does an AI platform change the game here?
It fundamentally improves the odds by providing deep, instant optimization. Think about how it works.
Okay.
The platform ingests maybe hundreds of relevant job listings in a specific field, let's say mid-level software engineering jobs. Then it takes the user's current resume and analyzes it against all those job descriptions. It looks for the dominant keywords, the required skills, even the kind of tone they're using in the postings. And then it instantly generates tailored materials. A resume tweaked for that specific type of job, a cover letter that hits the key points, even suggestions for optimizing their LinkedIn profile so it speaks directly to what recruiters in that niche are looking for.
Okay, that's pretty useful. But lots of tools offer templates. What makes this a premium service? What's the real edge?
It's the depth of the analysis and, crucially, the pre-interview prep it can offer.
Pre-interview prep? How?
Well, the AI doesn't just match keywords. It can analyze the required competencies listed in those job descriptions and then suggest strong, customized answers to common behavioral interview questions related to those skills. Tell me about a time you led a team, that kind of thing.
Wow, okay, that's next level.
Exactly. And for the entrepreneur running this platform, the premium tier often involves adding that essential human touch.
Likely.
A final review feature. The AI does the heavy lifting, the optimization, but then a real professional career coach gives it a final polish, adds that nuance.
So blending AI efficiency with human expertise.
Precisely. It solves a high-stress, high-stakes problem. And the demand is only growing, with more people changing careers more often and the whole remote work shift shaking things up.
Okay, so if that first section on AI was all about efficiency and automation, this next section, focusing on wellness, feels like it's entirely about ultra-specificity, hyper-personalization.
That's a great way to put it. We've collectively realized, haven't we, that generic one-size-fits-all solutions just don't cut it anymore, especially when it comes to our health, our mental well-being.
Yeah, the pendulum is swinging hard the other way. People want solutions tailored just for them.
Absolutely. And what really stands out in the sources here is how advanced tech, particularly genetics, is becoming more accessible, more democratized. Which leads us straight into idea number 5, with massive potential: personalized nutrition planning with DNA.
Right. The days of just picking a generic diet, keto, paleo, whatever, seem numbered. Our sources are saying that by 2026, DNA-based health planning won't be niche anymore. It'll be mainstream.
Exactly. And the why is simple. People are just tired of dieting based on guesswork, on fads. They want something that works for their specific body.
So how does it work? What's the process for the customer?
It's actually pretty straightforward for the user. They take a simple DNA test, usually just a cheek swab, non-invasive. Your business then specializes in the interpretation of that incredibly complex genetic data. And this goes way beyond just telling you where your ancestors came from.
Right, not just ancestry.
No, this identifies specific genetic markers that influence things like how your individual body metabolizes fats or carbohydrates, your predisposition to certain vitamin deficiencies, even your optimal exercise recovery time.
Wow. So the business owner here, they're not actually running the DNA lab themselves.
Not necessarily. You'd likely partner with accredited labs to handle the actual genetic sequencing, the raw data generation.
Okay.
Your high-value service is the translation, taking that complex data and turning it into a truly customized, actionable plan. A diet plan, an exercise regimen based on that unique genetic blueprint.
So you're telling people exactly what macronutrient ratios work best for them, what time of day they should eat, what kind of exercise yields the best results for their specific genes.
Precisely. The appeal is results backed by science, their science. It offers the ultimate efficiency in pursuing health goals because it cuts out all the trial and error.
That's incredibly compelling.
Yeah.
Okay, moving from the physical body to the mind. Our constant connection to technology, it's created this urgent need, hasn't it? Which brings us to idea 11, digital wellness coaching.
Oh, absolutely urgent. We've outsourced so much of our attention, our focus to our devices, and the psychological fallout is becoming really significant.
Yeah, you see it everywhere.
The need is clear: constant notifications, that compulsive need to check social media, the anxiety of feeling like you have to be on all the time. It's a serious drain on mental health. The digital wellness coach is essentially the specialized life coach for our modern, digitally saturated era.
Okay, so what does that coaching actually look like in practice? It can't just be someone saying, hey, turn off your phone more. Right?
Yeah.
What are the valuable, actionable techniques they teach.
No, it's much deeper than that. It's about teaching clients practical strategies to reclaim control over their attention architecture, as some call it.
Attention architecture, I like that.
Yeah. So this involves implementing specific techniques, things like time blocking for focused work, designing notification systems that serve you rather than constantly distracting you, learning mindful technology usage protocols.
Mindful tech usage, like what?
Coaches might teach concepts like dopamine fasting, intentionally reducing stimulating digital input for periods, or helping clients create really clear digital boundaries, specific rules for when and how tech is used at home versus work. It's about operationalizing digital balance, making it a practice.
How is this delivered? Is it one-on-one?
It's highly flexible, which is great for scalability. You could offer intensive one-on-one coaching sessions, sure, but also comprehensive online group courses, or even develop or license an app.
An app. What would it do?
An app could track metrics like screen time, maybe correlate it with self-reported stress or focus levels throughout the day, and then offer real-time prompts or suggestions based on the user's goals.
That's clever.
And there's another huge angle here: corporate wellness. Companies are increasingly worried about employee burnout, especially with remote and hybrid teams. They're looking for solutions.
So selling packages to businesses.
Exactly. Securing corporate contracts to run workshops or provide coaching for employees could provide a massive, reliable revenue stream. This whole field really reflects an urgent societal need. How do we manage the psychological cost of living in this always-on digital world?
Okay, so we've covered AI-driven efficiency and hyper-personalized wellness. Now let's shift to what feels like the next frontier. Leveraging emerging tech in new kinds of environments, places where we interact, buy things, even make things in totally new ways. This is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Definitely. Let's start with fitness. We're seeing an evolution beyond just watching workout videos on a screen. Idea number 3 is the virtual fitness coach in the metaverse.
Right, the metaverse. So this is about creating something more immersive, more engaging than just a Zoom class.
Exactly. Think about instructors using platforms like Meta Horizon Worlds or maybe other specialized virtual reality fitness spaces. The client puts on their VR headset and boom, they're immediately transported. Maybe it's a high-energy dance class happening on a virtual tropical beach, or a calming yoga session in some kind of futuristic, serene studio.
So what makes this a potentially huge business opportunity compared to, say, a regular Peloton Stream or Apple Fitness Plus way?
It's the sense of presence, social presence,
right,
and the real-time interaction. As the instructor, you're not just a flat image on their screen, you're an avatar right there in the virtual space with your clients.
You can see them, interact with them.
Yeah, you can offer real-time feedback on their form, give encouragement, and the clients can interact with each other too, maybe see each other's avatars. That enhances motivation, accountability, in a way a pre-recorded video just can't.
I can see that. How do you make money from this?
The monetization models are pretty deep. You could have tiered memberships, basic access, premium classes. You could host massive virtual fitness challenges that people pay to enter.
Okay.
And there's huge potential for brand collaborations. Think about fitness equipment companies. They're desperate to integrate their smart treadmills, their smart rowing machines into these virtual worlds.
So the rower resistance changes based on the virtual environment.
Exactly. To provide a richer, more responsive, data-driven experience, the goal here isn't just selling a workout, it's selling an experience.
An experience, right. Okay,
Yeah.
Moving from virtual worlds to something maybe a bit more hidden, but potentially foundational. Idea 12, voice commerce optimization.
Yes, this is one of those trends that's kind of creeping up on us, but the sources strongly suggest it's going to be huge. By 2026, ordering things using voice commands, talking to Alexa, Google Assistant will likely be a regular, normal way people shop.
Okay, so if people are saying, Alexa, order me some more AA batteries, or hey Google, find me the best deal on running shoes, how does a specific brand make sure their batteries or their shoes get suggested and ordered?
Exactly. The old rules of search engine optimization, SEO, they're changing dramatically.
Because people search differently with voice.
Totally differently. We don't type keywords into a search bar the same way we speak. Voice search is conversational. People ask questions. Which a reusable water bottle is best for hiking? What's a good Italian restaurant near me that delivers?
So this creates an opportunity.
A golden one, especially for early movers. The opportunity is to set up a specialized voice SEO agency. Traditional SEO focuses on optimizing website text and structure for typed queries. Voice SEO needs to optimize for natural language processing for conversational queries.
How does an agency actually do that optimization for business? What's the technical side?
There are a few key things. First, really heavy use of something called schema markup. It's structured data you add to your website code that explicitly tells search engines what your product is and what it does in plain conversational terms.
Okay, structured data.
Second, focusing content creation on answering questions directly, anticipating those long-tail conversational searches people will use and building answers right into product descriptions or FAQs.
Makes sense.
And third, optimizing heavily for local intent. A lot of voice searches are hyperlocal. Find a plumber near me. Is the pharmacy on Main Street open?
Right.
The agencies that master this shift first, understanding conversational search logic, they're going to be in a prime position because the technical barrier to entry is pretty high right now compared to traditional SEO.
Fascinating. Okay, let's stick with this theme of bespoke creation, but move from digital search to physical products. Idea 13, the 3D printing studio for custom products.
Yeah, the big driver here is that industrial-grade 3D printing technology is getting significantly cheaper and much easier to use.
So it's moving beyond just hobbyists printing little plastic figures.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about printers that can handle complex designs and a much wider range of materials now. You can create things like high-detail custom jewelry molds, personalized architectural models for presentations, specialized phone cases or drone parts, unique home decor items, all tailored exactly to what a customer wants.
It taps right into that hyper-personalization trend again.
Directly. And the business model can be quite flexible.
How so? What are the main ways a studio like this operates?
Well, you could offer two main service streams. First, the straightforward printing service. Customers upload their own 3D design files, maybe something they created themselves or commissioned elsewhere. Your studio then prints it for them in high quality, using specialized materials like durable resins, flexible plastics, maybe even small-scale metal printing, and handles the shipping.
Okay, the print-on-demand model.
Exactly. But the second stream, which often has higher margins, is the design service. Many customers have an idea for a custom product, but they don't have the CAD skills, the technical ability to actually model it in 3D.
Ah, so the studio offers design consultations and creates the digital file for them, then prints it.
Precisely. The real value add, the higher margin, is often in that design consultation and in working with those more specialized advanced materials. And this kind of business is highly scalable, especially if you integrate it smoothly with e-commerce platforms like Shopify or Etsy, which handle the storefront, payments, and customer interaction side of things.
Right, so modern life, it's just getting more complex, isn't it? We're layering all this technology into our homes, into how we work. We have more flexibility, which is great, but all that complexity creates a need for professional support, for management.
Yeah, someone needs to make it all work together smoothly.
Exactly. So these next three business ideas are all about simplifying and managing that modern infrastructure. Okay, let's start at home. We're buying smart thermostats, smart lights, video doorbells. But getting them all to talk to each other can be a nightmare. That creates the market for idea number 7, smart home installation and automation.
Precisely. The average person buys, a smart light bulb from Philips Hue, a Nest thermostat, maybe a Ring camera, and an Amazon Echo. 4 different brands, 4 different apps.
And they struggle to make it a seamless system.
Exactly. It's confusing. It doesn't always work reliably. Your service solves that specific pain point. You become the system architect, the integrator.
So it's more than just plugging things in.
Oh, much more. It's about designing custom automation routines, setting up scenes like a movie night scene that dims the lights, lowers the blinds, turns on the TV and sound system with one voice command.
Okay.
Or setting up sophisticated security protocols, lights turning on randomly when you're away, cameras starting recording based on motion zones, optimizing energy usage by integrating smart plugs that monitor appliance power draw and turn things off automatically, setting up multi-room audio or complex home theater systems.
Right, making the smart home actually feel smart and useful.
Exactly. And critically, this is a business model with potentially very high customer retention.
How so?
Well, the initial revenue comes from that comprehensive system design and installation fee, which can be quite substantial depending on the complexity. But the long-term sticky revenue comes from ongoing maintenance contracts. System updates, troubleshooting, adding new devices later on.
The recurring revenue.
Yeah, maybe they want to expand into energy efficiency later, adding smart sprinklers or even integrating solar panels. Once someone's home is truly automated and working reliably, they're probably not going to try and fix a complex network issue themselves ever again. They'll rely on your expertise. You become their go-to tech support for the home.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's shift from the home to the modern workplace. Even though we're several years into this whole hybrid work experiment, a lot of companies are still really struggling to get it right, which validates idea number 8, the remote work consulting agency.
Absolutely. The struggle is real, and it goes way beyond just recommending which video conferencing tool to use, like Zoom or Teams.
What are the deeper issues companies are facing?
Oh, lots. Things like management distrust managers worrying if people are really working when they're not in the office. Huge problems with misuse of productivity tools, leading to notification overload and burnout. Complex legal and compliance headaches, especially if employees are working from different states or even countries. And significant cybersecurity vulnerabilities because everyone's working on different networks, potentially less secure home networks.
Okay, so the consulting has to be pretty high level, pretty strategic then. What are the key things this kind of agency actually delivers to justify getting a big corporate contract?
Well, key deliverables would include things like redesigning core workflows to be effective asynchronously.
Asynchronously, meaning not everyone has to be online at the same time.
Exactly. Reducing the reliance on constant real-time meetings and maximizing focused, independent work time. It also involves helping companies create legally sound policies for remote work, things like device usage, data security standards for home offices.
Right, the compliance piece.
And perhaps the most important part, training managers. Teaching them how to lead remote or hybrid teams effectively. That means leading with trust, using clear KPIs focused on outcomes and results, not just hours logged, and implementing virtual team building strategies that actually foster genuine connection and collaboration, not just awkward virtual happy hours.
So it's really about the culture and the processes, not just the tech tools.
Absolutely. Culture is huge. And since most major corporations are now saying they're committed to hybrid models permanently, this isn't just a temporary need created by the pandemic. It's a long-term strategic imperative for companies that want to maintain high performance and keep their best employees in this new decentralized world of work.
Got it. Okay, final one in this infrastructure section. This one tackles a massive demographic shift happening globally, the aging population. Idea 14 is senior care tech services.
Yes, this is critical. By 2026, the elderly population represents a huge and in many ways underserved market. And what many seniors desire most is independence, the ability to stay in their own homes safely for longer.
And technology can play a big role in that independence, right?
Yeah.
But often there's a barrier to actually using the tech effectively.
Exactly. Independence today often hinges on being able to use technology for safety monitoring, for communication, for accessing services. But the setup, the maintenance, just the general learning curve can be really challenging for many older adults.
So this service steps in to bridge that gap.
Precisely. It provides tech support specifically tailored to the needs and sometimes the frustrations of seniors. That could mean setting up tablets and simplifying the interface so they can easily video call family.
Well,
It could mean integrating and monitoring wearable health devices like fall detectors or remote heart rate monitors and making sure the data gets to caregivers or doctors. Assisting with setting up AI-powered tools, maybe simplified voice assistants that can manage medication schedules or remind them about appointments.
so hands-on help and simplification.
Yes. But there's also a significant product development opportunity here too. Beyond just providing support for existing tech, the sources point to a real gap in the market for apps and devices designed specifically for this demographic from the ground up.
Like what kind of apps?
Think apps with extremely large, clear fonts, super simple user interfaces, very intuitive navigation, maybe simplified connectivity tools that make it effortless to link up with family caregivers or telehealth services. The goal is enabling that crucial autonomy without sacrificing safety or connection.
This feels like really meaningful work too.
Absolutely. It fulfills a genuine growing social need while also offering a viable business model with potentially strong recurring revenue from ongoing support contracts.
Okay, our final section. The pressure from climate change, shifting government regulations, changing consumer values.
Right.
It's not just a challenge, is it? The sources suggest it's actually generating one of the biggest waves of new economic opportunity we've seen in a long time.
Absolutely. This entire section is about businesses that successfully marry profitability with ecological necessity, finding the green in green, so to speak.
Nice. Okay, let's start with consumer behavior. Idea number 2 is the subscription box for sustainable living. This seems to tap into a couple of big trends at once.
It really does. It perfectly hits two massive consumer desires, convenience and conscious consumption.
Right. Consumers today, particularly younger generations like millennials and Gen Z, they really want to buy with purpose, don't they? They're actively looking for eco-friendly alternatives to everyday products.
They are. But finding genuinely sustainable, ethically sourced products, verifying the claims, it takes time, it takes effort, it can be overwhelming.
So this box solves the curation problem.
Exactly. It does the hard work for the consumer. It delivers a curated selection of verified sustainable items right to their door. Things like high-quality reusable straws, bamboo toothbrushes, organic skincare and sustainable packaging, zero-waste cleaning supplies, maybe ethically sourced coffee or snacks.
The key must be ensuring the products are genuinely sustainable, right? Avoiding greenwashing.
Absolutely critical. The credibility of the box hinges on rigorous vetting of the supply chain, ensuring products meet high standards for environmental impact, ethical labor practices, minimal waste.
And how do you make it profitable and keep people subscribed?
Personalization is key again here. You don't just send everyone the same random box of eco goodies, you offer themed boxes tailored to specific needs or interests.
Like what?
Maybe a zero-waste kitchen starter kit, or a sustainable self-care box, or an eco-cleaning overhaul. Offering choice and tailoring makes it much more valuable to the individual subscriber.
And the subscription model gives you that predictable revenue.
Exactly. Predictable, recurring revenue. It combines the consumer desire for convenient retail discovery with the growing demand for products that have a positive environmental impact. It makes sustainability easy and accessible.
Very smart. Okay, shifting from consumer goods to something more fundamental. Food production. Global pressures, food security worries, supply chain vulnerability, increasing urbanization, they're forcing us to rethink agriculture, which brings us to idea number 9, urban vertical farming.
Yes, this is a radical rethinking of where and how we grow food. Essentially, it involves growing high-value crops, things like herbs, microgreens, fancy lettuces indoors.
Indoors, like in warehouses.
Yeah, often in repurposed warehouses or dedicated facilities right in or near cities. The crops are grown in vertically stacked layers, often using hydroponics, water and nutrients, or aeroponics, mist, under specialized LED lighting in a completely controlled environment.
So you're basically taking farming indoors, stacking it high, and controlling everything.
Precisely. You're fundamentally insulating food production from things like weather variations, pests, reducing the need for pesticides, and the environmental cost of long-distance transportation.
What are the challenges? It sounds potentially expensive to set up.
The main technical barrier is the initial capital cost. Setting up the vertical racking systems, the hydroponic or aeroponic infrastructure, the sophisticated LED lighting arrays, and crucially, managing the energy consumption for lighting and climate control, HVAC. That's significant.
But what are the operational advantages once it's running?
They're massive. You need far less land than traditional farming, obviously. You use something like 95% less water, and you can locate these farms literally in the heart of urban areas right next to your customers.
Which means fresher produce for them.
Ultra fresh. This allows for a premium pricing strategy targeting high-end local restaurants, organic grocery stores, or even selling direct-to-consumer via farmers markets, or a separate subscription box model for, say, weekly salad greens. Produce can often be harvested and delivered within hours.
Is there appetite for investment in this area?
Huge appetite. The sources highlight significant interest from both private investors and governments. They see localized, sustainable, tech-driven agriculture like this as absolutely vital for future food security and resilient cities.
Makes sense. Okay, final idea number 15. And this one tackles an industrial giant, the construction sector. You mentioned climate change earlier. Construction is a massive contributor to global emissions, isn't it?
It's enormous. Concrete production alone is a huge source of CO2. So the regulatory pressure, the investor pressure, the client pressure on the industry to clean up its act is becoming intense. This creates a massive market for green construction materials.
This isn't just a nice to have anymore then. It's becoming essential.
Absolutely essential. It's being mandated. Governments are implementing stricter building codes. Major investors are demanding environmental, social, governance, ESG performance. Corporate tenants increasingly require A-LEED certification or net zero standards for the buildings they occupy. So a business that produces or distributes truly eco-friendly building materials is positioned right at the forefront of this massive industrial shift.
What kind of materials are we talking about?
A whole range. Things like sustainably harvested cross-laminated timber, or CLT, which can actually replace steel and concrete in many building structures and sequesters carbon. Recycled steel. Concrete made with recycled aggregates or alternative cement chemistries. High-efficiency building insulation made from natural fibers. Even things like solar roof tiles that integrate energy generation directly into the building envelope.
Okay, but producing some of those materials sounds like it requires huge factories, massive capital investment. How could someone start smaller in this space?
That's a great point. You don't necessarily need to build a giant manufacturing plant from day one. A highly effective and potentially profitable early-stage model is to become a specialized importer or distributor.
Connecting the supply and demand.
Exactly. You identify innovative eco-material startups around the world, maybe a company making bamboo composite panels in Southeast Asia, or one developing mycelium-based insulation in Europe. You then become their verified partner, managing the logistics, import, certification, and supply chain to get those materials to large construction firms domestically who are actively seeking them, but maybe don't know where to find them reliably.
So you're the facilitator, the expert source.
Precisely.
Yeah.
As green building standards move from optional to mandatory over the next few years, the demand and the potential profit margins for these specialized sustainable materials are projected to just skyrocket. It's a sector poised for explosive growth. #outro. So there you have it. 15 distinct business opportunities, all looking incredibly scalable for 2026. And as we've seen, they aren't random. They really represent a cohesive response to those 4 huge forces shaping our world. AI automation, the drive for hyper-personalization, our immersion in new digital realms, and the absolute necessity of sustainability.
Yeah, it's fascinating how they all connect back. This isn't really about predicting some distant future, is it? It feels like it's about understanding the shifts happening right now, the ones creating the immediate future of business.
Exactly. It's happening now.
And, the difference between just spotting a trend and actually building a lasting business often comes down to timing, and maybe more importantly, execution. Every single idea we talked about today, from that AI personal assistant agency helping solo entrepreneurs, right through to urban vertical farming, changing how cities eat.
Yeah.
They all started by recognizing that complexity, that change, creates opportunity.
Well said.
The key really seems to be start small. Test your idea in the real market quickly, learn from the feedback, and then scale up deliberately based on what's actually working. So after all that, what does this really mean for you listening right now?
Well, here's something to really chew on. Consider that profound, undeniable shift we discussed towards hyper-personalization. We see it in health, with nutrition plans based on your unique DNA. We see it in engagement, with virtual fitness experiences tailored to your presence in the metaverse.
Right.
It forces us to ask a pretty fundamental question. How quickly will the traditional, generalized, one-size-fits-all business model become, well, completely obsolete? Financially unviable. If the market is increasingly demanding and getting services tailored specifically to your unique genetic makeup, or your specific conversational search patterns, or your desire for sustainable products, where does that leave businesses offering just mass market mediocrity? Where do they fit in the economy of 2026 and beyond?
That is a powerful question to end on, something for everyone to think about in their own industry, their own life.
Exactly.
Stay curious, stay creative, and keep building whatever future you're aiming for. We'll see you on the next Deep Dive.